Hi guys, so now we have a good understanding about the Python programming. So let's test our understanding by solving some programming questions. So CodeChef is an online competitive programming platform where you can practice, learn, compete and challenge your programming skills by solving some programming questions. So let's solve some questions. So go to practice and learn section and there practice problems by difficulty level. So we will start by beginner level questions and then slowly upgrade ourselves to easy, medium, hard challenges. So let's take the first question, which is the ATM. So let's start with the first question, which is named as ATM. So each programming questions has some format. So first of all, the question would be given with some explanation of what we have to do in the program, and then the input section where you will be given information about the input and the ranges between which the input will lie, and then an output section where you will be explained what output and how the output should be given in the output console. So then you will be given some examples of the test cases of for what values or what inputs you will give what outputs, and in some questions you will also get some explanation about the examples. So here let's start with a question. So Pooja would like to withdraw X dollars from an ATM. The cash machine will only accept the transaction if X is multiple of 5 and Pooja's account balance has enough cash to perform the withdrawal transaction, including bank charges. For each successful withdrawal, the bank charges $0.5. Calculate Pooja's account balance after the attempted transaction. So here Pooja wants to withdraw some X amount of dollars from her bank account. So for withdrawing this, we have two conditions. The first of all, the cash machine will only accept the transaction if X is multiple of 5. So this X which Pooja wants to withdraw should be a multiple of 5. And the second condition is Pooja's account balance has enough cash to perform the withdrawal transaction. So this is an obvious condition that Pooja's account balance should consist enough cash to perform the withdrawal. Means the Pooja's account balance should be greater than X so that we can withdraw the transaction. And then for each successful transaction, bank will charge $0.5 to the Pooja. So here the second condition becomes Pooja's account balance has enough cash to perform the withdrawal transaction, including bank charges. So first we considered X should be less than Pooja's account balance, but here including bank charges is given, so that X plus 0.5 means half a dollar and X in combined should be less than the Pooja's account balance. Then only the second condition will be satisfied. And then we have to output the Pooja's account balance after the transaction. So we have to output the amount left after withdrawing this much amount of rupees or doing after this withdrawal transaction. So inputs would be first of all a positive integer which would be between 0 to 2000, where 2000 is inclusive, means X range from 1 to 2000. This is the amount of cash which Pooja wished to withdraw. So at first we will get a positive integer which lies between 1 to 2000, and this is the amount Pooja wants to withdraw. And then we will get a second non-negative number which will be between 0 to 2000 with 2 digits of precision. So this Y would be a float number with having 2 digits after the decimal point, as here 2 digit precision is given, and this would be the Pooja's initial account balance. So initial account balance is Y and Pooja wished to withdraw X amount. So the output should be the account balance after the attempted transaction given as a number with 2 digits of precision. So they require a float number with 2 digits after the decimal point as an output, which is the amount left after doing the withdrawal transaction. And if there is not enough money in the account to complete the transaction or the transaction fails, we have to output the current bank balance. So let's see the test cases. So first of all, here 30, this is the X value which Pooja wants to withdraw from her bank account, and the initial balance is $120. So first condition is X should be multiple of 5. So 30 is a multiple of 5. First condition satisfies. Now the second condition is 30 plus 0.5, so charges would be 0.5, so 30.5 should be less than $120. So second condition also satisfies. So now we have to output the amount left after doing the successful transaction. So 30.5 should be subtracted from the $120, so we will get an output of 89.50. so this is an output of successful transaction. So in second case, X is 42, means Pooja wants to withdraw $42 and total initial account balance is $120. So here first condition doesn't satisfy, as X, which is 42 in this case, is not a multiple of 5. So first condition is not satisfied and we have to print the account balance only. So we got 120. In the third case, the X is $300 and Y is $120. So here X is a multiple of 5. So first condition satisfies. So the second condition is 300 plus 0.5, means the bank charges total should be less than 120. But here the condition doesn't satisfy. So here the second condition doesn't satisfy. So we have to only output the bank balance, the initial bank balance, as we can't do the successful transaction. So these were the 3 test cases for the example purpose. So now let's create a program which would do this stuff automatically. So there are 2 ways you can code. First of which would be directly going to submit, and where you will get an online IDE prepared by CodeChef only. So you can directly use the online IDE of this CodeChef and program here and test, or you can use an offline text editor of your choice and then do the same stuff and then just copy paste here and test out the test cases. So I would be preferring second way. I will use an offline text editor which is Sublime. So I have set up this input output txt file and python.py file. So you can do this similar setup in your local machine too. I have created a tutorial on how to do this. I will provide the link in the description. So let's start by taking the input. So we will take the first input and then paste it in the input.txt. So first of all we have to take this input. So for taking an input we have a statement in the Python called as input, and we will store this value in a variable t. So test case t equal to input, and then let's print t and see what t consists. So here you can see the same 3120 is printed here. So let's split this 30 and 120 into individual components as x and y, and then do the further calculations. So to split we have an inbuilt function t.split, which will split using an deeliminator. So here our deeliminator would be the space, and let's store this in that same t variable, and let's print this to see what is stored in the t. So here t is a list of string containing 30 and 120. So we would have to convert this into integer and this into float to do the further mathematical calculations, else it will throw an error as we can't calculate using strings. So let's take an variable x and store the first value. So t of 0th element we will store in the x, and we have to convert this into int. So we will use an inbuilt function int. So now x is an integer, and then let's take an y variable and store it the float value of second element, so t of 1, and let's print this to see whether it is converted or not, x comma y. So now you can see in third line 30 and 120 got printed. 120.0 means this is an float, and only 30 means it is an integer value. So now we have to check whether both the condition satisfies or not. So for checking the condition we have an conditional statement if. So the first condition is that x should be a multiple of 5, which means if we divide x by 5 then it should not leave any remainder. So to check the remainder we use modulus function. So x mod 5 should be equal to 0, as remainder should be 0. If this condition satisfies then we will print true. for just testing purpose. So let's run this program, and you can see true got printed as 30 is a multiple of 5. So now let's change this to 31 and check whether it works or not. So here you can see true is not printed, as if only condition satisfies then only true gets printed, else it will not print. So let's change this to 30 again and then take the second condition. So let's check the second condition. So the second condition says that there should be enough amount in the bank account so that we could withdraw the transaction including bank charges. So Pooja wished to withdraw X amount and then bank charges would be 0.5. So this total should be less than the balance in the bank account which is stored in the Y. And then if this condition is satisfied, then we will again print true. So if we now run, we will get two true. First is for the multiple of 5 and second is for the checking whether there is enough balance or not. So if we change this to 300, so X is greater than 120, let's run execute this. So here you can see only one true is printed, as X is multiple of 5 but the second condition is not true. So we can combine this both condition in a single if statement using AND operator. So let's copy this condition and then remove this and add a AND here and paste. So here if this both condition is satisfied, then we will get a true, else we will not get a true printed in the output. So let's run this. So you can see true is not printed because this condition satisfies but the second condition is false. If we change this again to 30, then the both condition will become true and will print a true. So now we have working code that if both conditions satisfies, we print a true, but in the output we require the remaining amount in the bank balance instead of true. So the remaining balance would be Y minus X minus bank charges, which is 0.5. So we can also write this as Y minus X plus 0.5. So this is the withdrawal amount and this is the bank charges. Total should be subtracted from the bank account balance, initial bank account balance, which is stored in Y. So if we now run this, we will get 89.5. Let's comment this print statements above and now run. So you will see only 89.0 got printed, but here the output is in 2 digit after the precision. So we require 2 digits after the decimal point. Answer we are getting is the correct, but to match this test case we have to output it 2 digits after the decimal point. So to change that, we can use an format string. So let's cut this and then use a string. After that, give curly brackets inside which we can give a 2 and then 0.2 f. So as you know, we can format the string using format string statement. So if we put a colon and after that specify some conditions, then the string would be modified according to these conditions. So here 0.2 f, here f stand for float, and 0.2 means after point we need 2 digits. So 0.2 f means 2 digits after the precision. So then dot format and then the value. So the value is Y minus X plus 0.5. So now if we run this, you can see that 89.50 got printed, means 2 digit after the decimal point got printed using this format condition. So now let's just clean up this prints and let's copy this code and paste it in the CodeChef IDE and submit our code and check whether this program runs or not. So here after pasting this, we can also give some custom input, as in last case we gave here. So let's copy this and see whether it works or not. So custom input and then run. So it would take some time and then you would get the answer. So you could get the output below for the test cases. Similarly, after you are sure that this program works, you can directly submit it and it would be executed against hidden test cases. So let's submit this and it would ask, are you sure you want to submit? Okay. And then it will start testing across the hidden test cases. So it would take some time as there are lots of test cases to be tested before. So here we are getting wrong answer as a status. So our program is working but it is giving a wrong answer. So let's check the question again. So here output is output the account balance after the attempted transaction given as a number of 2-digit precision. If there is not enough money, yeah, we have forgot the second condition to mention. If conditions are not true, then we have to output the current bank balance, but we have not done that program. So let's go to program and then if these conditions are false, then else we have to print the y in the same format. So this format only. Format.y. So let's run this. So our test case, let's change our test case and run. So here you can see 120 got printed. If we have not put this else statement, then it will print nothing. So therefore it was getting wrong answer. So now we have to also give else condition because it is mentioned in the question. So if these conditions are false, then we have to print the initial bank account, so initial balance only. So this we have forgot to do. So let's copy this again and paste it in the online IDE and let's resubmit the program. You can submit any number of times. Let's paste this and let's submit now. So okay, and it would take time again to check with the hidden test cases. So here we are getting again a wrong answer. So if x, so to debug, first of all the condition x is multiple of y, this is correct, and there is enough balance. Enough balance means x plus 0.5 should be less than the amount balance, but here it could also be equal to the amount balance in the account. So that condition is not taken here. So I think there should be the problem. Let's try this and submit it again. So here the withdrawal money can also be equal to the amount balance, then also we can withdraw the transactions. There should be enough money. Enough money means we can also remove all the money, not only less than, it can also be equal to. So let's try this condition. So here now you can see status correct answer means our program is accepted and we have successfully completed this question. So this is how you should try to solve a question. First of all, read the question, understand the question, think about the input outputs and how should the program work, and then code for it, and then try debugging it using the various conditions given by them. So this was all for this video. You can join our communities, links in the description. That's all. We will be back with next video.